Guys, welcome back to some AFK Arena. Today we're over on the FHG account. We have 45,000 diamonds already in chapter 35. Definitely high enough level to make it into 36. Looking at the heroes we're building right now, we have a ton of heroes maxed out on this account. The Maulers are really slacking. I feel like I need some more. I do not even have Zolrath in there for the 5 pull, which we definitely need, especially at this part. Remember, this is our oldest account, so we built out Taylene, we maxed her out, we got her that plus 60 engraving. Ultimately, we've been using her forever. Same with Athalia, she was one of the first heroes that we built. Back when Aziz was never even used, we got Lucretia built out here as well. So we want to pick up a copy of Zolrath, looking at our Celestials and our Hypogeans. All that we already have maxed out as well. We can build out Orthos, and then a majority of these heroes are done. I would like to add Khazard to the account as well. We have been building out Granite, so he is pretty close. He's already at Mythic. Need a couple more copies, need some food for him, as well as a couple of the other factions. You can see the Light Bearers, guys, we have an insane amount of food. I've been recycling the food out of there. Same with the Wilders. We have a couple heroes we just need more copies of to go ahead and max those out. Same with the Graveborn, a couple more copies, including Theowin and Desira, to go ahead and max out the entire faction, which is getting relatively close to where the FHG, or where the pay-to-win account is at right now. So looking at our summons, guys, we got 20 Elite Hero Stones. Boom! Hopefully we get some good ones. There's a copy of Mizoth, guys. He is a hero that I've still never built. So you know what? We should probably go ahead and build him. Double copies of Hodgkins in there. We got Silas, which is good. We got a copy of Shamira, Estrilda, Nemitsu. So overall, not too bad, especially with pulling that one copy that we have of Mizoth. He's a hero, again, a lot of people have been kind of on the fence with. Should we build him? Should we not? I would actually like to see him built. He's a hero, again, that I have never built, which we only have him here, it looks like, at Elite Plus. So unfortunately, we have not been lucky with copies of Mizoth, but I think it'd be pretty cool to build him. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll get into the summons here. We will start with our regular summons, 154 scrolls. It's been a while since I've actually done summons on here. We've just been stockpiling loot at this point. Not really doing much progression. We have been running the Abyssal Expedition, so we have been running AE on this account, doing really well. We're right almost at the final boss right now. Another copy of Hodgkin. That is already 3 that we picked up today. But we are almost to the final boss of the Abyssal Expedition. And again, we're just playing with just some pickup heroes. There's not actually that many players left in the guild that I'm in right now. So I thought about another guild. But there we go, guys. There is a double, which Gorvo and Walker. Gorvo, unfortunately, not utilized very much at all anymore. But looking at the stack of heroes we got right here, that will finish out Estrilda, so she will be completely done, taking her to 5 stars. Hendrik, that will take to 5 stars. Definitely could use a little bit more building on there. Warwick, we picked up another copy, taking him to 4, so almost completely done on that one as well. And then, of course, Hodgkin got that plus 30 signature item. We have to build up some of his furniture, but that adds a star on him, unlocking that engraving. Look at all the food on here, guys. I have 4 rows of food that we can build out of there. All right, 94 scrolls left. Hopefully we get lucky. And another elite right there is a copy of Tylee. I would love to see another Celestial or Hypogean. Possibly another copy of Mizoth would be pretty cool. And again, I haven't built him, so I think it would be pretty cool to build him. Another copy of Hodgkin. And I was just thinking, guys, the wish list. Let's drop Estrilda out of here. We have Ullard. We have a lot of these heroes built. So you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll drop Ullard in here right now just to continue with summons. We'll use our companion points right after this one. And then for the faction scrolls, I'm going to go with Maulers. Again, this account doesn't really have, and I've never focused on Maulers on this account whatsoever. So I would like to build out a couple Maulers, including Granite, guys. There we go. We need a couple more copies of him to get him up to Ascended. Back-to-back elites right there, which is another copy of Hodgkin. I think that's 4. That might be four or 5 copies of him already, which is kind of crazy luck. That is some definite crazy luck with the amount of pulls with the exact same hero. All right, so getting into the companion points. Hopefully we can see a couple elites out of here. With 900, I'd expect kind of 2 or 3. But a couple more heroes here. And we still need more food. I need more food for the Maulers, so we can go ahead and finish out our copies of Granite that we need. All right, so nothing so far with our companion points. Got 400 left. A couple more Greyborn right there, which we don't need any more Greyborn food. I'm going to have to start recycling a lot more than I am. But we're getting capped on the hero coins. There's nothing left to buy in there, unfortunately. All right, there we go. There's an elite. So 1 out of 8 pulls, guys, which is another copy of Granite. Very nice. And back-to-back. So look at that. 2 for 9, just like I thought. Another copy of Dress. So we're doing pretty well with the Maulers. We've actually picked up quite a few Maulers on this pull. Copy of Sophia. And the Maulers are the ones that I am just absolutely doing horrible when it comes to the faction tower. And a double. Guys, a double Mauler pull right there. Copy a double pull of Granite. Wow, Hodgkin and Granite Day has just been crazy so far. Got some more rare cards there. Another elite. Is it going to be another copy of Granite? It is another copy of Drez. We already pulled 1 of Drez. So that does give us a second copy there. So that'll give us the ability to add stars on there, as well as finishing out Granite. And I'm going to see exactly how many copies we have, if we can add some stars to him to continue to unlock the loot we get out of that heroic ship. In Mishka, we haven't started looking for it, and we know we do have a new Greyborn hero that is going to be up soon. Boom, another double, which is Tylee and Entendre. Our final pull here, guys, is another elite. Very good luck with those pulls for the Maulers. I'm hoping 1 more copy of Granite. It is a copy of Zolrath, which again, we definitely need to build out some of the furniture for Zolrath. That way we can continue to build up or continue to utilize that 5 pull. So there's the engraving. And let me see, who do we got? So we got a couple copies here, which I think Zolrath, we already have 5. Yep, we can use a copy of Zolrath. There we go. So there is our Legendary Plus, which will give us the opportunity to build out Granite. And we can unlock the engraving as well. So that'll be quite a bit of loot. Plus we'll get the copy of his avatar frame. So we will actually pick up the avatar frame from that one, which is very nice. We got another copy of Hodgkin. Interesting to see the pulls, including the pull there was with Mizoth. All right, guys, so that'll do it for our regular summons. We already got Ulna up to Ascended, so we're going to look at Zolrath. Remember, we needed 1 single copy for Zolrath, which we have quite a few pulls in here. Should be relatively easy to pull a copy of him. We get a Greyborn card right there. Second pull, we get a Mauler card, just some additional loot. So we're getting into the diamonds. Mauler gear on that one. Greyborn card. So unfortunately, there we go, guys. Wow, we went through a lot of resources to get that 1 single copy. But that will take him up to Ascended, allowing us to put furniture on him, which is exactly what we wanted. So you know what? Looking at the lineup, I do like the idea of Khazard. We already have Flora kind of built. We already have Wukong already built up. So you know what? I'm actually going to go with Mizoth. Maybe by a slim chance, we might pull a copy of Mizoth. We got a couple more summons here. So first one, just some more loot. Number 2 gives us some more Mauler cards and some more loot. Yeah, not getting too lucky with the pulls, guys. I'd love to see the diamonds out of here as well. Double elite cards on that one. There's our first copy of Mizoth, so that will just be a bonus copy and back to back. The redemption for the last two summons, guys. 2 more copies. Very nice. So we can double those out, so not too bad. I mean, taking him from elite up to legendary. So definitely want to build him out, guys. He's going to be the focus going forward. Let's go ahead and look at the Oak Inn. And I think we have a ton of furniture, guys. We have 114,000 points. I'm going to hop on here and actually speed this up just because the Oak Inn is going to take an incredible amount of time. We have no cards on the table, guys, or maybe we do. I think I just seen some show up out there. We have 3 already. So let's see. So we have a couple at 6. Let's just continue pulling. We'll swap out our furniture as needed, which there is double Albedo, guys. I didn't even see where she was at. 6, so that'll give 7 and 8 with the furniture. So we'll just go ahead and summon. You know what? If we pull 1 more copy for Albedo, I will definitely take it. Which would completely max her out naturally, which there's a copy for Tassie. Which, just thinking about it, I want to make sure we have Zolrath in this list. I'm thinking when we were building these heroes, so you know what? We're going to drop out Albedo. I don't even think we had Zolrath. I don't even think the 5 pull was a thing when we were doing this. Or when we were building up all these heroes. So let me use one of these for Albedo. I'm not sure why we built her so high, but that's okay. Because there we go. So she is 9 of 9, similar to Ainz. All right, so we need 3 copies for Zolrath. And there was a piece for Oden, very nice. Another piece right there, so double piece. We just got 2 for Oden. There we go, another mythic piece right there, which is Alna, very nice. She is a hero. You definitely want to max out that 9 of 9 furniture as soon as possible, guys. Another mythic one right there, which is Thorin. I want to take him to, well, actually 9 of 9. Another piece for Tassie. I think Tassie has 2 slots left to max her out. We'll go ahead and pull a couple more pieces, which there is a piece for Zolrath, guys. So we got 1. Another piece for Tassie. Let's make sure that Tassie is not maxed out. We're not getting the duplicates here. She needs 2 more. So we're pretty close at that point. We have 6, we have 7, so Tassie needs 2 more. Leica needs 3. And there is a piece for Ezio. Gonna definitely have to make some more progression. Double piece, a second piece there for Ezio. Another piece for Oden. That's already 3 that we've seen for him. Piece for Hodgkin. Hoping we see some more from Zolrath. Another piece for Tassie. So I think that takes her to what, 8 of 9? 8 of 9. That gives Ezio his 3 piece there. So we need 1 more for Tassie or a couple more for Zolrath. Another piece right there, which is Oden's. He's got to be pretty close to being maxed out as well. He is 2 away, guys, so we can actually finish out a couple of these heroes here. So you know what? I'm going to throw one of these on Tassie. So we can max her out. We can drop her out. And what do we have? I think Oden needs 2. So we'll max out Oden as well. The reason I'm doing these specific heroes is because we utilize them in formation. All right, so we'll equip all those. There we go. So 2 more with 9 of 9 furniture. Drop them both out of the wish list. But now who do we put in there? Because Grez we have built. You know what? I'm going to put Rowan in there just because he still remains my absolute favorite hero. And I was thinking Sophia. You know what? We'll go with Rose. I know Rose is pretty good as well. We can recycle everything we used here. Hopefully get lucky with another summon, which there's another piece for Alna. So Alna is pretty close as well. She's got 4. All right, so let's take a look, guys. So we got 4, so that would take her to 8. We could finish out Leica, but I think I'm just going to keep Leica where she's at right now. We have Desira in here as well. I'm going to go ahead and save all the rest of those. That way I can just use them later because I don't think I have any extra furniture. Back in the day when we could pull doubles, we have Damon, we have Granite, then we have double in there for Zolrath, and we have a copy for Belinda. Back in the day, again, when we could pull doubles in here, or we did pull doubles in here, I'm going to have to go through and figure out that furniture. But guys, we are on 35-32, so we're going to make some progression in the campaign, so let's go ahead and get into it. So here we are, guys, 35-32. We are at 4 teams right now. We're using the Speedy Lizard. We're using the Gwen team. We're also using the 5-pull. We're going to go ahead and just kind of speed right through here once we get these teams set. We're going to put Lucretia in here. I'm thinking a little bit of support there for Silas. We know we're way over leveled. I personally do not like pushing the campaign very much. I find it kind of tedious. I know we do push it on the live stream a lot, but the Speedy Lizard, guys, works very well within these team comps. Gwen works well. The problem we see with the Gwen combination, the Gwen Rose combination, is her damage falls off. The ability to do continuous damage really doesn't make that big of a difference when you start getting into the higher level deficiencies, which of course is not the case that we have here. Running the Eins comp through the regular ones, you can run a couple different variations of this, but ultimately with the Eins comp, what you need to do is keep Eins alive. Now, whether that is by support heroes, which give him the ability to actually go ahead and get that ultimate ability off through the support phase, or you can do the crowd control aspect, which a lot of players do as well. The key to the Eins comp is you want him to ult. That's really all that you're looking for. You are buying Eins time enough to ult. The Gwen combination, you have to keep everyone off Gwen. And what you're looking here is boosting the damage with the following of Rose, allowing them to do an incredible amount of damage with that combination. And again, we're going to go through, we should be able to push through 36 or all the way through chapter 35 at this point with the levels that we're at. And of course, Albedo having that plus 30 signature item within this team comp allows additional attack and allows additional defense, really boosting up the dimensional heroes we have here. If you've seen more of the traditional comps, a majority of them have dropped Arthur out of combinations. So we've actually seen the Arthur Albedo Eins comp has kind of dropped Arthur out of combinations, which is good because it does allow him to move into other combinations. So we've seen Arthur in there with Raku, which works very well. We've seen Arthur with Gwen, which again works very well. There's been a couple deviations from the Eins comp that we've seen. Another combination that we see is running Gwen Rose with Joker because of the effects that they have, the stun effects that they have. We've seen a lot of that. We've also seen Gwen ran with Ezio a couple times. Again, some different formations that we're going through here. We just got to worry about Brutus's immunity, but we do have Nara in here. And of course, Lucretia, who can carry it by herself. Speedy Lizard, even in the forest stage with the level deficiency, will work pretty well. Speedy Lizard build out is just reliant on Saurus doing the primary damage. Keeping up all 5 of his stacks is vital for that one, which is the reason why we have so much crowd control within the Speedy Lizard comp. You have Tassie in there providing crowd control. You have Aziz that is locking out a lot of the formations. You have Rowan in there for crowd control. It works exceptionally well, especially when we're running it through the Trials of God. We've seen it most frequently used in there, which again, it works superb when it comes to the combination of those two. Another Lucretia team here with Flora. This is the double Flora stage. So you really have 2 options when it comes to these more difficult Flora stages. Either one, you can run it and get really lucky with the Eins comp. 2, you can run it with the Thorin comp, which we've seen a couple times, but ultimately it's very hard to pull off. The other thing that we see is just straight over leveling. You can see the level that we're on, just overpowering these stages. And a lot of players will push levels to go ahead and make campaign progression. So when you're looking at getting level 500, 525, 550, you start over leveling these stages in the campaign, even while they are pre-nerf, it makes it super easy to go through here because of the power you gain from levels themselves. Now, when it comes to the Elder Tree, you're building up a specific class. You can get a class much stronger, such as the Rangers. But when you're gaining levels or when you're getting the sub-levels within the Resonating Crystal, it makes a really big difference because you're affecting every single hero that you have in AFK Arena. That is within that Resonating Crystal when you're gaining levels, giving you ultimately a much higher combat power. As you can see there, Ainz. The Ainz Rowan combo I still like a lot, just because it gives the ability with the artifact that Ainz has, and then also with the ability to power up in the beginning, always kind of ensures that he is going to ult first, which is the design that we put him in. So 35-56, we are almost through chapter 35. We're going to go ahead probably in the next week or two, do the exact same thing that we're seeing here. Go through and finish out 36 in the same manner. 37 is where players are getting stuck, guys. 37 is the pre-nerf territory when it comes to AFK Arena. So it's a lot more difficult to deal with because it has not been nerfed. It has not been adjusted. It's still, as they released it, it is still, I believe, at that same difficulty level, which is why a lot of players struggle getting through it, or they get to 37-4, and that is the area they are stuck going forward for a significant amount of time when it comes to building that up. All right, guys, so 35-60, the last stage within chapter 35. So the FHG account as well as all of the faction accounts are on 35 plus, which is kind of the standard. When you start getting into AFK Arena, again, with the nerfs that they've kind of built in here over the last couple months, you've gotten to the point where going through 35 chapters in this game is not very difficult, and it is not very time consuming at all. Even with different heroes or maybe not the prime meta formations, you can still go through and make solid progression within this game. Usually up until about, when you start getting in multiple teams, it is where it starts getting difficult. But there we go, guys. So we are into chapter 36. We'll go ahead and collect up 20 Stargazer cards plus some tier stones. I would love to see an increase in the engraving mats in here, but unfortunately we do not get them. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Making some progression today on the FHG account. And as always, thank you guys for watching.